What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to talk more about like a drama film from 1990. We're going to talk about Ghost. It was released by Paramount Pictures July 13th, 1990. It was written by Bruce Joel Rubin, produced by Lisa Weinstein, and directed by Jerry Zucker. He done film more like comedy films like Airplane, Top Secret. He did Rat Race, First Night. And this had a budget of $22 million, and it was like a moderate success when it came out, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, so Ghost. Well, it's a love story. So this is a drama film that stars Debbie Moore and Patrick Swayze. And yeah, so Patrick Swayze and Debbie Moore are a couple who've been together for a while. And yeah, basically they're like madly in love with each other and stuff, possibly getting married in the future. And yeah, so they do it. But then one night, this attempted mugging goes wrong where Patrick Swayze's character gets shot, and he ends up becoming a ghost. He just dies basically, and then becomes a ghost. But he doesn't realize it for a little bit, and then when he does, he tries to figure out ways to help he tries to talk to his girlfriend. And yeah, so first little bit of the film is more like first, like the mid part of the film is him just trying to figure out how to communicate as a ghost and things like that. He uses a medium, which I think was played by Whoopi Goldberg, I think, or something. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so he goes to a medium and uses her for a little bit, and it takes some time for his girlfriend to realize that it's actually him talking, not just a crazy person. But then slowly he learns of the reasons of his death, and how who it wasn't just like an accidental shooting, it was all planned. Where yeah, so he goes, and then he's kind of puts together a plan to take back what was his and ruin the mugging, the people who planned it, planned its life basically. And yeah, so it turns into more of a revenge sort of story halfway through. But overall, it's still a decent movie. I loved like the love scenes and stuff. That was really well done, really well shot. Demi Moore's great actress, and Patrick Swayze both like do a phenomenal job in this film. They're really good. I thought the medium character, which I think was played by Whoopi Goldberg, I could be wrong on that, but yeah, I thought her character was okay. It could have used a little more substance and like maybe a little bit more character building, because half of the time she just seems like a kook for the most part. But for the yeah, but overall, but she also brings the comic relief for this film from it being so serious. She brings more of the comic relief for it. So yeah, so it kind of works, kind of didn't. And it's your typical, it's a good story. They could have put a little more interesting things happening in it, but they kept it serious for the most part. And it does have some cheesy moments, like when some of the bad guys die and stuff like that. They get taken away to a darker place by these like cartoony looking like minion looking things. And yeah, that was a little cheesy, but overall I thought it was a pretty good movie still. And yeah, I enjoyed it. So I'm going to give Ghost 3.5 out of 5. It's ages pretty well, but some parts are a little cheesy now, and the story could have used, and some of the characters could have used a little work. So, but overall, it's still a good love story. It's still a good revenge story, and it's just a good movie. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, there's a trailer link down below, like always. Also, link down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually put the film title and hashtag, and subgenre film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is linked down below. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. Follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay in loop with the channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And if you have any films or film franchises that you want to hear my opinions on in any genre, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe. Because hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out. And also so you hear my opinions on popular films coming out at the time, classic films, somewhat like this. and reviews on other things. Don't forget to ring that bell because I'm going on with the drama stuff for a little bit. Yeah, because I heard Indecent Proposal is a really good movie, so I'm going to check that out for the next one. So make sure you tune in for that, and yeah, watch out for all those dead boyfriends trying to come back and communicate with you, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.